Good morning, everybody. So today I want to go over using data and past history as building a data set. So when stocks pop up on scan, we have our entry method, things such as, and we also have data supporting our bias. So I want to talk about how we could pull data for specific tickers, say 3 years, and we could use the data to confirm our thesis, right? What does this stock tend to do? Right? Does it go down and fail? Or does this stock 50-50 run, fail, where it's maybe you don't trade it? Or if you do, size down. Um, so I want to talk about how we could build the data set. It's going to be a short video. I'm not going to go through 100 tickers, but I'll just do a very quick example of how we can use it for future reference, as well as pre-market. When we see things gapping, we could start doing this extra work pre-market to basically have it in store as well as confirm our thesis, right? So instead of now just shorting things because it's, quote, up a lot, now we could have some type of data or past history supporting our thesis. Of course, there's always nuances to these things, right? Sometimes reverse splits and things like that just won't respect the data, but that's not for me to say. That's for you to go put in the work and confirm when things data is not supported. Reverse split sometimes maybe, right? IPO, all time 52-week high IPO, things such as. So basically, what you want to do here is you want to take, you want to go, you edge to trade. It's $150 a month, but if you're risking three, four, $5,000 a trade, I think this is worth every penny, right? $150. In terms of your business, I mean, this is a small investment for growing your business. It's a great investment. You can use Spike Heat. You can use anything that's about $400 a month. But I think this is good. 500. Sorry, 150. It's affordable, and it's very accurate. It's, in my opinion, you could do the same thing as Spike Heat. I don't think you have the AI feature, but it's a good tool. So basically, what I'll do is I'll pull the data for a specific ticker. So I'll take a list of gappers, right? So I'll have a list of gappers. Say we'll go from 2024, and we'll start from the ground up. Best opportunities of 2024. When you could confirm the best opportunities and you could put it into a data set when they show up again pre-market, you could go into your data and you could look and see, all right, AMD gapping up 150% today, say. The last couple times, this thing has faded. Therefore, I created a bias. Very simple, right? And you take the trade. So you could go into here and you could just start building data, right? If a new ticker comes up, pre-market, you go and edge the trade pre-market and you build a data set and then you confirm your bias and thesis for that day. So really what I'll do is I'll just take a list, say we'll do 2024, any gapper over 40%. This is what this list is, right? It's about 2,000 tickers. Oh, I'm in the wrong list. I apologize. Hold up. Am I in the wrong list? Yeah, I'm in the wrong list. But anyway, let's say 40%. All right, you take the name. I think this is the 100% list. But anyway, the point is you take the name, you search ticker, right? And filters, 40%, right? That's your criteria, $1 to $50, let's say, and you'll do maybe 3 years. Okay? Day one volume, a million plus, because you have reverse split sometimes, so the volume could change, of course, especially in your data. So you can't do too tight of data on volume because it will change. So therefore, it could mess up your statistics and your bias. Right? Very simple. You apply, then you go into columns and you'll put the ticker, the date, day one gap percentage, day one volume, market cap, open, low, high, close, and average high time. Right? And you built the data, right? Well, today, on the 7th, July 14th, it opened at 555. The low, it traded $1, and it spiked, and the high time was 933. So you could build data off this, and then you could use off of this data and bias you could use the 20 SMA for um, entry, and then you get a PT. And then what you do is you go into a data and you do AIMD. This, then you'll take all the charts and you'll start putting the charts in, right? Maybe this one, for example, tends to spike first and then fail the 20 SMA. What are we going to do? Well, we're either going to get a spike or we're not going to trade it, right? Discipline. If we don't get a spike, it always spikes. We won't trade it. We want that spike and then we get in. And that's basically how you do it. You pull data, use historical charts from that specific ticker, and you keep building data sets on names, because more times than not, these names will continuously keep popping up, right? These are the ones that tend to gap, right? The gappers tend to keep gapping, right? Until they either go bankrupt or whatever happens. So you'll see AMD again. You'll see, most of these gappers you will see again. And if you have a data set, you could go into it and be like, all right, AMD, today, last time, I have all this data, I'm prepared. Now I just need to execute, right? Well, I have all these charts. Let's say we have all the charts now. You get the charts off of TOS. You go on demand feature, put all the charts in, and then you can start looking at the personality and create a thesis. And then entry method, 5 minute, 20 SMA or 1 minute, and that's it. Don't overcomplicate it. And it takes a lot of work to do, but you could do this, you could do a year best opportunities within probably a weekend. I'm talking maybe 10-hour days, but it's worth it, right? If you're gonna put money on the table and bet big, you want to put the odds, in your favor. You want to put in that extra work. You want to have conviction. It's hard to not have conviction when you really don't know and you're questioning everything. So it's hard to actually size into the trades if you don't know. If you have something like this, you'll feel the conviction. Like, you will mentally feel it. Easy. Boom. Stop loss. Right? And you're not going to second guess yourself and, be like the 90% that tend to second guess themselves because they have no conviction. Right? Today I'm going to size down because I have no conviction. Right? Now today I'm going to size up. I lose. Right? That's what people do, right? Most times not. So you build a data set. It takes time. But, in this business, I don't care what anyone says. You got to do this work. And it's not for anyone else but yourself. So I think this is a great way to go about it. And yes, it does take time. But, you only need one setup. So if you can just do it for this, you can make money, right? People make too much criteria in their day one and they're missing a ton of plays. You could create an insane edge based off historical data and using it, back testing specific tickers, things like that. So let me just go, we'll try another one. Let's see. I don't know. Where's a recent one? What was a nice one recently? We'll try TBIO. Okay. What did TBIO do? Don't even remember. TBIO was on 9/19. Right? And it failed. Had a spike. Boom. Now let's see. Can we create an edge with our data? So now we'll go to the next one. TBIO. Oh. TBIO. Okay. Average high time 9:38, 9:33. Boom. So this one, it tends to fade. Open, low, open, low, open, low. But more times than not, we will get a spike. So see, open day one high, spike. Open day one high, spike. Open day one high, spike. All right, this was the end of day spike. Well, can't do anything about that. But spike, small spike, failed and spike. So now you go to the 5 minute, 200 SMA. We're holding the 5 minute. We didn't break down. Now, if we deviate off the 5 minute, we can use what? The 1 minute. Now it failed. Short here. Boom. Hold to the 5 minute. You're not always going to get great risk reward. I mean, that's just what it is. People want to get 50R, right? Okay, good luck with that long term. So, fails, you get in. Failed the 1 minute, you get in. But the key is we understand. This is the most important part. We understand this thing likes to spike. So we're gonna let it spike and then fail and then get in. We're gonna be late, right? When everyone wants to be early, we have the data to be late. All right. So that's really it, fellas. I know some people might not agree with this, but also, like, I'm gonna be completely honest. The herd follows. They tend to follow each other and do all this. They don't do this shit. So, but this is the greatest way to do it. I think you could even do maybe like a pre-market failed breakout if you wanted to. But I would just stick to my SMAs. Very simple, right? Maybe I'll take 5,000 shares here. Sorry, 3,000 shares here. Risk 3 grand, and I would make, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5,000 1 to 1. Not everything, sometimes I have 10 to 1. All right, realistic trading. Anyway, guys, I hope this helped you guys. Um, Even if you don't use my entry strategy, it's a good, very, very important thing to do is track this stuff, right? Sometimes you'll see day one gaps, and you'll see a guy like, oh, A plus short, and you're wondering how. I traded it before. Last time I traded it, this thing just faded. Right? It was so heavy It was so heavy. There was no buyers. They pumped it up and they dumped it. A plus. Next time, oh, I've seen this before. Boom, hit it again. It does the exact same shit. All right. So, all right. Take care, fellas. I'll see you.